What's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is, yet again, you guessed it, another Mortal Kombat question and answers video. You guys are really digging this series. It's going to be our third episode, and every day you guys ask, Dynasty, when is the next Q&A episode? I need you to answer these questions regarding either a Kombat Pack 2, a Story Pack, Mortal Kombat 11, past Mortal Kombat games, whatever it is, you guys can ask me absolutely anything really, as long as it's like Mortal Kombat related, and you guys have been killing it lately with the questions on Twitter. If you guys ever want to take part, all you gotta do is use the hashtag Dynasty Q&A tag on Twitter, and man, we got a lot of great questions today, guys. So that said, no need to waste more time, let's get into it. So first things first, our first question is coming from a man named Saul, and Saul's gonna go ahead and ask us, hey man, do you think that in Kombat Pack 2 we'll get classic stages instead of skins? We could use some more stages, hashtag Dynasty Q&A. Now, yes, man, I do think that is a possibility. If you keep up with the channel, you do know I talked about this probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Inside the most recent patch when Tremor got released, for some odd reason in the PC version of the game, if you open up the game files, there is underneath stages a coding that says the pit. I mean, we couldn't do anything else. All we see is a little file that says the pit. You can't open it. There's like really nothing in there, but there is a text, you know, that says the pit in the coding. So, of course, myself and the whole Mortal Kombat community was getting pretty stoked because we're like, oh my god, they're bringing back the pit. And I definitely do think we can see some classic stages coming back. I mean, you got the pit, you got the Deadpool, you got Living Forest, you got Portal, a lot of great classic stages that I think, in my opinion, would fit perfect inside Mortal Kombat X, especially considering the time period where this game's taking place in the whole brand new timeline. So, yeah, dude, I do think that is a possibility, and that's a really awesome question. I think, hey, with us seeing that the pit is somehow, some way inside the coding, come on, it's just only a matter of time. So awesome question, Saul, and on to the next. Kluke115 asks, do you think that maybe the guest character will be Shao Kahn? Quan Chi's Mortal Kombat 9 ending said Quan Chi resurrected him. As you guys do know, he's probably talking about the Kombat Pack 2 if we do get one guest character in the NPCs. And in my personal opinion, man, never say never. I do know what you're talking about. Though endings aren't canon, there's a lot of things that do suggest that inside Mortal Kombat X, Quan Chi was trying to bring back Shao Kahn back to life. If you go inside, you know, Quan Chi's fortress, his map, his stage, in the background, there's like this beam being created inside the blood. Then you got all of Shao Kahn's armor on the back right. Not to mention, you cannot forget about the iconic Shao Kahn hammer that's on the right side, also being displayed right next to the armor. So everything is indicating that, of course, Shao Kahn was being resurrected inside Quan Chi's fortress, probably as a revenant. Now, there's something I find super interesting, guys. Underneath the Mortal Kombat X trophy or achievement list, of course, you get like wallpapers, and there's a certain wallpaper image right here. Check this out. Obviously, this is Shao Kahn, and he's like inside the Outworld Marketplace. It's a statue of him. I've never seen this statue out of the 1,000 times I've played on Outworld Marketplace. It's there inside this wallpaper for the achievement or trophy, so if we do ever see, you know, Shao Kahn and MKX, I assume this is what he's going to look like. Reminds me a lot of what he looked like inside Mortal Kombat Annihilation, but we got Goro. We got Shinnok, if you want to consider Shinnok like a big boss guy. I don't know if we can fit Shao Kahn in there, man. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, he did get added inside, but I don't know, guys. I just, he's referred to, he's referenced, but so are a lot of other characters. Shang Tsung is just as much, so I don't know, man. Never say never, but I don't want to say yes. Anyways, awesome questions, man, and on to the next. Jonathan asks, do you think friendships or animalities will come back inside MK11? Really good question there. In my personal opinion, I would not mind if they did, but based on the transition they made from Mortal Kombat 9 to Mortal Kombat X, they seem to be taking the serious approach to Mortal Kombat. Yes, you still have your comedic relief. You still have some skins that are really questionable, like Johnny Cage's Ninja Maiden costume. Like, that's not a serious skin at all. There's a lot of things that MKX that still resemble just, you know, the comedic, over-the-top relief that they have always had in the Mortal Kombat franchise. However, for the most part, it's a serious game, and alongside friendships and animalities, what about babalities? You know what I mean? Like, all those things that were back in the UMK3 trilogy. Trust me, guys, I do want them to come back. However, after seeing the success that MKX had as a serious game, do you think NetherRealm's gonna go back in time and kind of, you know, turn up the notch of the not-so-serious meter right there like they did at MK9? Who knows? Regardless, I'd be accepting to it. So great question, man. Only time will tell. Our next question is coming from Archangel. He asks, who do you think will be the next antagonist inside Mortal Kombat 11? Raiden or Liu Kang and Kitana? I think this one's kind of a gimme. I think it's going to be definitely Liu Kang and Kitana, and I also think Shang Tsung is going to have a role. He has to. After seeing the little bonus ending that we had inside the Mortal Kombat X story, we've already seen Dark Raiden in the past, and a lot of you guys are confused thinking that Dark Raiden's going to be like this evil person. I mean, I wouldn't say he's necessarily evil, but he pretty much gives no fucks, and he'll do whatever it takes to make sure Earthrealm's protected, you know what I mean? Like, if anything comes close to fucking around with Earthrealm, Dark Raiden's gonna be like, yeah, you know what, man? I would've gave you a chance before this state of mind, but yeah, sorry, off with your head. So, Dark Raiden's not a bad guy. He's just a lot more serious take on the Raiden character. So, I think that, of course, obviously, after seeing the ending there, yeah, Liu Kang and Kitana have some big plans, but After seeing some of those Mortal Kombat 9 endings, man, Shang Tsung appears to be coming back, and I think Shang Tsung might be a good guy for a change until Mortal Kombat 11, only to turn around, defeat Liu Kang and Kitana, and then become the bad guy. But I'm gonna have to cut it off there. I have a complete plot in my head, but that is for a whole nother video. But awesome question, man, and on to the next. Mothling asks, would you love to have Freddy Krueger back at MKX so you can do a Freddy versus Jason showdown, Mr. Dynasty? This is a pretty awesome question, and you know what, man? I thought long and hard about this answer, and I'm gonna stick to my guns and say yes, but no. Of course, obviously, I would love to have a million characters inside Mortal Kombat X, so yes, I would love to see Freddy Krueger inside MKX, but not at the expense of another DLC character from the actual Mortal Kombat universe. Though I love my guest characters, Jason has been amazing. Predator, you guys love him. I love him just as much as you guys do. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'd welcome Freddy, but at the same time, I don't want to lose a Mortal Kombat character like Havoc, like Fujin, like Smoke, like Noob Saibot. There's a lot of great Mortal Kombat characters I believe should have a spot inside this game, and if it was at the expense of losing one of those guys' opportunity to be in the game, I'd be really upset, man. So yes, of course, I'd love to have this classic Freddy versus Jason showdown at MKX, but I'd rather have a Mortal Kombat character. But regardless, awesome question, and on to the final one right here coming from Joseph Green. Joseph Green asks, Dynasty, what was the first Mortal Kombat game you ever played, and what is your favorite Mortal Kombat game? First MK game I ever played was Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System with my dad. Beat the game using Liu Kang when I was like 3 or 4. Loved Mortal Kombat 1, was like my whole childhood. As for my favorite Mortal Kombat game of all time, UMK3 without a doubt, that and Trilogy. Those two games I could play for hours and really just not get bored of it. So awesome questions today, guys. I loved all of them. If you guys ever want to partake inside this series, all you gotta do is actually tweet me a question using hashtag DynastyQnA, and if the question is good enough, guys, it might be used. Anyways, what do y'all think of the questions today? Leave your feedback, your response in the comment section below. Drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Hopefully you guys did love this new episode, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.